Generally, when people think of France, they think of Paris and the beautiful historical sites and architecture. But France is full of so many wonderful places and things to explore, such as the evolving modernism, the scenic countryside, and the many towns full of tradition. Lyon, France, which is just south of Nice, is a beautiful city with 2,000 years of history in medieval and Renaissance architecture. One tradition special to Lyon is the Festival of Lights held for 4 days in December. This festival celebrates religious and earthly traditions of former capital of Lyon, Gauls. Tourists and locals alike look forward to this show of many themes all year. Showing more of the historical aspect of Lyon is the Basilica of Notre Dame de Fourvière. The basilica is dedicated to the Virgin Mary and contains beautiful mosaics and stained glass. And lastly, if you're looking for culture, you must take a walk down Le Croix Rosé. Le Croix Rosé is a lively neighborhood with some of the area's finest restaurants. There is everything from cheeses and charcuteries to pastries and wine. Nice, located in the southeast part of France, has been attracting artists of all kinds throughout history, and many with some very valuable works of art. Several of these amazing pieces are presented in the Musée Matisse in Nice. Musée Matisse is a museum named French painter Henri Matisse. You can see much of his famous art here. Nice is also known for its seafronts, specifically Promenade d'Angles. This is a family-friendly area where you are able to rent bikes and scooters to ride along the seafront and enjoy views, shops, and restaurants. The Vieille-Ville, also known as Old Town of Nice, is full of charming shops, restaurants, flower markets, and fruit markets. This is a good place to go if you are looking for a pleasurable night out on the town. Marseille is a historical seaport town in southern France with beautiful architecture and buildings that house amazing historical artifacts. An ancient Roman dock warehouse, Le Musée des Docks Romains, is now a museum displaying various artifacts from the time period, including boats and ceramics used by ancient Romans. The St. Victor, an 11th century abbey, has a very insightful story behind it. This is a fortress-like structure which was constructed in the center of the city. It honors St. Victor, a Roman soldier who eventually turned to Christianity. The Abbaye St. Victor holds crypts and medieval Christian tombs. Lastly, the Château d'If is a 16th century fort that eventually became an island prison. It is the setting for Alexandre Dumas's The Count of Monte Cristo, and often enjoy boat rides and tours to visit the island. Located in western France, Bordeaux is a region famous for wine. Some of the top wineries in Bordeaux, and actually the world, can be found here. At the legal age of 18, locals and tourists go to the amazing wineries for a break from everyday lives. Visits include winery tours, beautiful views, and of course, wine and cheese. Along with the wineries, there are many beautiful cathedrals within the city, one of which includes the Cathedral Saint Andre. The cathedral is Roman Catholic and was constructed between the 12th and 16th century. They boast medieval and Gothic architecture. The Cathedral Saint Andrew houses many sculptures, paintings, and manuscripts from the Middle Ages. Next, if you really want to immerse yourself in the culture, the Bordeaux waterfront is a place for you. You can find everything from shops to vibrant cafes along the Garonne River. This is a newly renovated area peppered with gardens and buildings that retain much of the historical beauty. Last, but of course not least, is Paris, located in northern France. Paris's most recognizable feature is the Eiffel Tower, which was built in 1889 for the World's Fair. When it was first built, the tower was not well liked, but it has grown on people and become an iconic symbol of France. This is a must-see when in Paris because the views from the top are simply breathtaking. After 200 years of construction, Notre Dame was completed in 1345 and is still known today as one of the most beautiful cathedrals in France. For those who are more interested in the arts, the Louvre is a must-see. It has everything from paintings to drawings to statues and one of the most well-known pieces of art in the world, the Mona Lisa. People are able to stay at this expansive museum for hours on end due to the sheer size and beautiful history held within. Lastly, one of my favorite parts of France is the Lock Bridge. When I had the opportunity to visit France, my parents put a lock on the lock bridge symbolizing the lock of their love while in the City of Love. Thousands of couples have enjoyed the tradition, but unfortunately the locks have recently been removed as the approximated 45 tons of extra weight were harming the bridge's structures. Clearly, France is an amazing culture filled with fascinating history, modern marvels, and enjoyable culture. I am grateful to have had the opportunity to visit one small part and very much look forward to experiencing more of the evolving culture and history within the various cities.